Episode of Charon's Crate. I'm Fiona,
My name's Cory.
and tonight we're going to be making Hunting on the Yangtze. So, what is Charon's Crate?
So, Charon's Crate is a monthly cocktail box that was developed here in Anchorage. And everything that we are doing in this box is all designed by professional craft cocktail bartenders. It's going to include all the spirits, all the mixers, all the garnishing, everything you need to make professional level craft cocktails right at home.
So, who is Charon?
All right, so in Greek mythology, Charon is the ferryman that transports souls across the river Styx into Hades. And when we were putting the branding together, we thought that that would be kind of a fun little nod, little homage to those of us in the industry that love craft cocktails, love being behind a cocktail bar, that coming off of the pandemic when all of our cocktail bars were shut down, just basically, we're going to do cocktails till we die. So we thought that Charon was some pretty good symbolism for us, that we're going to do whatever it takes to connect with our guests, connect with our friends, and continue to bond over craft cocktails.
I love it. So, what is in this month's box? I'm so excited to see what's inside the box this month.
So this month's crate, the flagship crate, is going to be a gin-based cocktail series. Now, when we open up the crate, the first thing that we're going to see is going to be an envelope that contains 4 different cards. And what we're going to have on the cards is going to be the contents of everything that's in the crate. And then we're doing 3 different structures of cocktails based off of the ingredients that are in the crate. So you're going to have a recipe for the proper version, which is our baseline kind of standard cocktail that we developed using all the ingredients that we crafted in the crate. And then we're going to have a card for the elevated cocktail. Now, the elevated cocktail is going to include some ingredients that we may not be able to provide, along with some higher end, more advanced bartending techniques. So this month we'll be looking at doing a egg white style cocktail for hunting on the Yangtze.
And I love that the cards are spill proof. Like
They are. That was
very
some
well
pointers that we had.
Very
Let's make these waterproof because we spill every now and then. So the final card is going to be for a modified version of the recipe. And so we're going to take, again, the same ingredients, but we're going to change up some of the techniques, some of the structures, and create a whole different cocktail experience for the modified version.
Ooh. So tell us a little bit about the flavor profile for this month.
So the flavor profile for this is, because we're getting into November in fall, we definitely wanted to have kind of a warm fall spice. We're going to be playing with some apple flavors, some citrus, and some real kind of warming baking spice notes. The flagship cocktail is going to be a gin-based cocktail. We went with a New World style gin that's going to be a little bit more citrus forward. It's not going to have as much of a juniper profile as you see with a lot of traditional London dry gins, because we're going to get our herbal quality out of the Underberg Amaro. That's going to give us our bitterness in the cocktail, and that's going to give us that sort of herbal quality. So for how we're going to structure the flavors is we came up with a Chinese 5-spice infusion syrup, where we took the traditional Chinese 5-spice, toasted them, and infused them into kind of a classic syrup. Then we're going to be using some malic-adjusted apple juice. Now, the reason that we did a malic acid adjustment on the apple juice is traditionally apple juice is very sweet.
Yeah.
But we wanted to be able to use it kind of like a really acidic juice. So we took some malic acid, blended it into the apple juice so it increases that acidity, so that we can kind of use it in the structure that we want, get the apple flavor, but have a little higher acidity that's really, again, going to kind of balance out the sweetness from the Chinese 5-spice and the bitterness that we're going to get from the Underberg. But we are also going to be using some fresh lemon juice as well. So again, a little bit more of that citrus profile. It's going to play very, very well with the gin that we're using, and really give a nice bright feel to the cocktail. Then finally in the box, we do have our garnish kits.
They look so good.
Oh, the garnish kits
I'm feeling snacky just looking at them.
These are snacky little treats in this bag. So what we have developed in the garnish kit, again, playing with all of the flavors that we have created in Hunting on the Yangtze. We have some dehydrated candied cinnamon apples that we crafted, some cinnamon sticks, and then baking spiced aromatics that we can spray over the top of the cocktail just to give it a really nice nose.
All right. And then, so where did the name Hunting on the Yangtze come from? That's where I'm really curious. Like, such a unique name. Like,
So, naming cocktails is one of our favorite things to do. With this particular cocktail and looking at our branding with Charon's Crate and the River Styx, we wanted to play off of that a little bit. So because the Chinese 5-spice is a very prevalent ingredient in this cocktail, we did want to throw a little bit of a nod to the Yangtze River in China. Kind of plays along with that Styx mentality as far as on a river. And then with Hunting on the Yangtze, Good Will Hunting is one of my favorite movies of all time. And anytime that I see apple or I hear apple, all I can think of is Will Hunting in the movie slamming the girl's phone number on the window of the cafe saying, "You like apples? I got her number. How you like them apples?" So I felt like I had to incorporate that into the name of the cocktail. So it is Will Hunting on the Yangtze River.
it's too good. It's too good.
But we have chatted quite a bit. You ready to make some cocktails?
Yeah. What kind of tools and techniques are we going to be using tonight?
Well, so both of the cocktails that we're going to be making tonight are going to be shaken cocktails. So we are going to be using our traditional bar shakers along with our Hawthorne strainer and a mesh double strainer. The techniques that we're going to be doing for the proper is going to be a really standard bar shake. Very traditional with any sort of sour structured cocktail. However, for our elevated version, we're going to be incorporating an egg white dry shake into the cocktail. So we're going to tweak that traditional shake a little bit and show how we can just add that one additional ingredient of an egg white and it completely changes the profile of the cocktail.
I am so excited. I'm ready.
You ready?
Sign me up, coach. We ready. We ready.
All right.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Let's make some cocktails.
All right.
All right. Getting out our standard shaker.
All right.
Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be using 1 3/4 ounces of our New World style gin.
All right. This is where the confidence pour really shines right here.
That's professional bartender work right there.
You know.
All right, and the next thing, we're just going to use just a little bit, just a 1/4 ounce of this very bitter Underberg Amaro.
Just a little baby splash.
Just a little goes a long way with this stuff. But it's just going to give a really, really nice balance, bittersweet balance on the underside of this cocktail when we're done.
This bottle is just so cute, too.
Oh, they're so much fun. Those are
so stinking cute.
Some bartenders' friends right there.
All right. And
next we've got the Chinese 5-spice. Looking at kind of a traditional sour structure with this cocktail, we'll be using 3/4 of an ounce of the Chinese 5-spice.
That smells amazing.
Yeah, it's a fun ingredient. It's a fun ingredient. All right. And finally, what we're going to be doing is splitting the acidity from that traditional sour structure, which is 2 ounces of spirit, 1 ounce of an acid, and 3/4 ounce of a syrup. Right. So because we've done the malic acid adjustment on the apple juice, we can split between that and the lemon juice and still get that balance that we're looking for. So we're going to be doing a 1/2 ounce of the malic apple. Excellent.
Confidence pour is really going strong right now.
You got it. Get a couple of these cocktails in you and
right.
that confidence just skyrockets. Skyrockets.
And a half ounce of lemon since we're splitting.
We are. You got it. Half ounce of the lemon juice.
Almost like I've done this a time or two.
Have you poured a drink before?
Sometimes. Only on the weekends, though, you know.
All right.
All right. Ice me.
Let's ice it up. Time for a proper bar shake. Show them how it's done.
Shake it, don't break it, baby. It's like the best part. Get to show off the skills.
That's right.
Got our Hawthorne strainer right here.
There we go. Pour that right over the ice. And with this one, we are using an old-fashioned rocks glass filled to the top with ice so that it really kind of holds the cocktail well. It's going to present the garnish very well, and really is just such a classic cocktail look.
And now the fun part. We're gonna make it pretty.
That's right. Garnish time.
And we got these really cute little lady clips. All right. I've learned the secret of making this garnish work and look flawless. Got to match up the apples. Apples to apples, as some would say.
And these little mini clothespins are adorable, but they're a little temperamental.
Sometimes there's a few casualties here and there.
Hey, we just drink until we get it right.
And last but not least.
Well, next we're going to present the cinnamon stick right in front. There we go. Yeah, we'll just get that right in front of the apple for a little visual effect.
All right.
And finally, we've got our spiced aromatics. So we're just going to do a little spritz over the top.
Okay.
That's really just going to enhance the cocktail.
Excellent.
Excellent. And that is the proper version of Hunting on the Yangtze.
It looks so pretty.
Would you please do us the honors?
Oh, I most definitely will. Been working hard. I'm thirsty.
You look thirsty. You need a beverage.
And it doesn't smell too sweet either. Like it's
going to have a really nice balance to it.
Super excited.
You know, that Underberg really kind of helps kind of cut that sweetness and just give it a nice sort of bittersweet profile.
Yes.
You're going to get that fruiting. You're going to get the apple. You're going to get that refreshing citrus profile.
This is like, it's way better than adult apple juice, you guys. It's way better.
I hope so.
Or children's apple juice, I should say. Way better than children's apple juice. This is like, it's like a chilled like apple pie. Like it's got, like you said, like it's bitter, but it's sweet,
right.
But it's not overly sweet.
Right.
So like.
Well, and that's kind of what we're looking for. You know, you're looking for that complexity of flavor. That Chinese 5-spice really gives it kind of that warmth on the underside of the cocktail. Yes. You do get that little bit of bitterness. That Underberg goes just that little quarter ounce. It goes a long way with the cocktail. Yeah. You know, and then you have those spiced aromatics over the top of it.
And the spices doesn't over dominate the cocktail like at all.
No.
Like
it's
very well
It works hard to be a very well balanced cocktail.
Yes. Oh.
But wait until you see it with an egg white in it.
I know. I'm excited.
All right, you ready?
We're going to get fancy.
We're going to get fancy.
We'll leave that one just for make it look pretty right there. All right.
So it's going to be a really kind of a fun experiment here to take the exact same build that we did for the proper cocktail and to show how drastically the addition of the egg white and changing up the techniques that we use on the cocktail can completely give you a brand new cocktail experience. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to start with the exact same build that we did for the proper cocktail.
That confidence pour, though. We're working hard out here.
1 3/4 ounce of the gin. Again, just a 1/4 ounce.
A little goes a long way.
Just a little goes a long way with that stuff. It's fun stuff, and there's more left over in those bottles, so we'll have to make sure to finish those after we're done. Don't want to waste the Underberg.
No, never waste.
Again, back to the 3/4 ounce of the Chinese 5-spice.
And that packaging, those bottles are they're so cute.
Oh, they're fun. We're so excited about this project.
I really
We're
am.
so excited about this project, you know, and we're so excited to be doing this here in Anchorage too.
And the months to come and the themes. Ooh.
Well, and it's just such an amazing, supportive community that we're so excited to be a part of.
And it's really nice to be able to do all this at home. Too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And can really show off to your friends with these skills.
All right.
All right.
So now we have the inclusion of the egg white.
The trickiest part is not getting the yolk in there.
Yeah, we do want to keep the yolk out of it.
Beautiful. Like a professional.
And now what we're going to do, we're going to seal this up real tight. And this is what's called a dry shake. Is that we're going to shake this without any ice. And the goal of this dry shake is going to be to emulsify that egg into the rest of the ingredients. Mm-hmm. You know, that lemon juice and the acidity from the apple juice is going to help froth up the egg. It's going to help give it a real kind of aromatic, real sort of bubbly, frothy texture. But we're not going to be able to do that if we are chilling it at the same time, which is why we do need to do the dry shake first. And the really interesting thing when you're dry shaking an egg white cocktail is you can actually hear and feel that the egg becomes emulsified.
It actually sounds softer,
it does.
Too. Like it
starts becoming softer. You can feel the tin become pressurized. And after you give it a really good hard shake, and you crack that tin, you can kind of see, and hopefully you'll be able to see that you do already have that really kind of frothy texture after you've emulsified that egg through the ingredients.
Time for a little icing.
That's right. So now after we've done our dry shake, we add the ice, and we're going to shake it again. And this is called the wet shake. And this is going to go back to now that standard kind of shake that we did with the proper cocktail.
Show it. Shake it, don't break it. I think you've made a few cocktails before in your time. Just a couple.
One or two.
I was looking delectably delicious.
All right. And this time when we strain this, we are going to use a secondary mesh double strainer to make sure that we don't get any ice particulates or if there's any eggshell into the cocktail itself. And this time we are using a large coupe glass because we really want to show that foam, we want to show the aromatics, and we really want to show the aesthetics of the egg white cocktail.
So by double straining, does that help aerate the cocktail even more and make it like, give it more of that like frothy, foamy, like...
Oh, absolutely. Texture? Absolutely. You know, we do want to introduce as much air into this cocktail as possible because we want it to be light. We want it to be frothy. We want to have that foam. So anything that we can do to add air into the cocktail is something that we definitely want to do.
I can't wait to try this one. This is looking so good.
Oh, it's a fun one. And as that sits, you will start to see that foam separate from the liquid itself and will give a very, very nice aesthetic to it.
Apples to apples. Tricks of the trade here.
All right.
So gorgeous.
Again, we're going to do the dehydrated spiced candy apples over the top of it.
Little hit of the love. Ooh. Ooh.
That's right. And just those aromatics. This one, we're not going to use the cinnamon stick. A little tough for us to really kind of present that when it's not being held up by ice.
Yeah.
But with this one, we do want those aromatics to show. We want the apple to show. And so you do get, as you see, a much different aesthetic and profile than you do from the proper version.
She's gorgeous.
Well, now's the best part, though.
I know.
Let us know what you think.
I'm so excited. Wow. It smells so good. Like it's just subtle and light.
Yeah, well, and that's one of those fun little craft bartender tricks is to find something that is a real nice aromatic like that, and just a little tweak, little secret to just, you know, put a little aromatics over the top of the cocktail. That's one of the points of a garnish.
Yes.
You know,
A
your
little bit of
olfactory
love.
sense. Your olfactory sense is 80% of flavor.
That's, yes.
You know, so anything that we can do to enhance those aromatics, enhance that nose, is something that we definitely want to incorporate into our cocktails.
I'm tasting this.
Taste it.
I'm being impatient.
It's not going to drink itself.
I'm being impatient. Ooh. This one you get a little bit more of the spices. It's more spice forward than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like, it's very delicate.
Very delicate. And that's what you're going to find with the egg white cocktails.
And I love the texture of the foam, like on the first, like.
Sure. That texture, that mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. Like, that is the reason that we do incorporate an egg white, which is a very, very classic technique that goes back centuries.
Yeah, it really
into
changes,
a cocktail.
Like, it's still like it's by using like the same set of ingredients that we did with the first one and switching it, like that egg really pulls forward all the spices.
Right.
Whereas just this, like, it kind of like puts them more as undertones. So it's really amazing how much one ingredient can really
exact same build
and elevate a cocktail.
Exact same build, the exact same ratios.
Was that pun worthy right there? I had to. I couldn't resist.
Drink.
I couldn't resist the moment. So good. I really don't know which one I like better. Like, they're both so good.
Well, and you know, right now we're not going to have an opportunity to show the modified cocktail, but we do encourage everybody to try out the modified. Mm-hmm. You know, that one we pull out the lemon juice and we kind of adjust some of the ratios, mm-hmm. and it sort of becomes a Manhattan old-fashioned hybrid, mm-hmm. with the same ingredients that we have here. So that turns into a big, boozy kind of spice-forward winter sipper where we're looking kind of, you know, refreshing on these two ends.
Yes, I definitely get that refreshing with
that modified is really going to be warming, like, you know, sit and sink back into your chair. And
these ones are perfect for sipping with Thanksgiving dinner. Just saying.
But anyway, listen, we want to thank everybody for the absolute outpouring of support as we're kind of launching this young venture that we're both so passionate about. So excited to be doing it here in the Anchorage community. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to us on any of our social media outlets. It's at Charon's Crate across all platforms. You can get a hold of us through our website at charonscrate.com. And we want to be available for any questions, any comments, anything that you like. Please, if you make some cocktails, take some pictures of them, share them with us. This is something that, you know, as we grow and as we develop, you know, it's we want to be able to be connected with everybody in our community. You know, that's why we love what we do. So.
And again, thank you everyone for your love and support. We wouldn't be here without you. We look forward to seeing you guys when our up and coming months with our new themes that we got going on. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited. And we'd love to give a special thank you to La Bodega for making all of this possible. Be sure to check them out. You'll see our stand there. It'll have their QR codes linked to all of our social media and everything. We look forward to seeing you guys. And I think it's time to finish this cocktail.
Cheers, folks. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. So good.